It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Please take it as a warning. I've been sitting dormant. Took a break from booking my performance. Young Nolan was on it once upon a time. Open my destinations. Used to check the rhyme. Q-tip in the ear. Let me say this clear so you fuck niggas hit me. You niggas suck. You ain't near me. I'm making bucks so I can duck the inquiries. My flow the truth. I can't trust in your theories. These rappers lying now. 6 million ways to demise. We got them dying out. Crying out. What is it your life about? Sincerely, I've been dedicated. Building reputations. Rising expectations. Look at me. Fighting my temptations. I've been serenaded plentifully. My imagery lyrically made with symmetry. I've been hard. Killing niggas out the family tree. I feel like Benoit. Used to educate them at them seminars. Now it's all about me. Shining when I'm grinding. I take my talents to South Beach. They voluntary mouthpiece. I turn it down when I turn around to be flirting for surface, buffing my crown. Bitch, I'm good on my own. I got a wife and a son in my home, so get used to rejection. If any niggas say my name, hope you use protection. I cross niggas for the fun of it. Who's the pedestrian? Burn your canals just to get to the root of my questions. Oh no, LeBron body, I'm all-star. Hard body like porn star body and all y'all. Airplane on my phone calls, fuck all the small talk. Press a button, your life rerouted like it's the OnStar. If you been yearning for the real, y'all should have been said it. These cowards would have been dead. Let my win set it.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well this Sunday evening. Now, in this show, we're going to be talking about Doechii. We've got a couple of things to address with Doechii, okay? Because there seems to be a lot going on. Now, number one, she seems to be a little bit in the hot seat. There's some controversy surrounding her name because she went on Hot Ones, which of course is the show where you go on there, you eat the hot wings, answer questions. In her particular episode, it was her and her DJ, Miss Milan. Shout out to Miss Milan. And I just love their dynamic. I mean, the MC DJ element, we haven't seen that being done in a very long time in hip hop since really late 80s, maybe early 90s here and there. But to this degree, absolutely not. She takes Miss Milan everywhere. Miss Milan got energy. She's the hype woman. She's the DJ. She'll do voiceover on the album. So I fuck with what they have going on heavy, right? So much so that the host wasn't even there. It was just them two doing their stuff, right? Which breaks how Hot Ones even is conducted. So they're on the show, and the question comes up of, what are your red flags in dating? Which is a common question, definitely has been something that's been in circulation for the last couple years, people talk about. And in the conversation, Doechii basically reveals that her red flag in dating is if it's a heterosexual straight man, which a lot of people have been up in arms about, have taken umbrage to, and a lot of people are saying that she's out here pushing the gay agenda. She is out here being an agent of chaos, and they're criticizing her to lengthy degrees. Let's just say that. But then on the flip side, on the positive side, Miss Lauryn Hill actually brought Doechii out to perform on stage and do doo-wop with her. So she's gotten an official Lauryn Hill cosign, which of course, remember, out of the 3 women who have won Best Rap Album at the Grammys is Lauryn Hill, Cardi B, and now Doechii. Not to mention, Doechii has been very vocal about the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill being the album that actually made her want to lock in and be an artist in the first place. So this is a full circle moment for her, all while people are online dissecting her from the rooter to the tooter. So let's go ahead and pull up this clip, and I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know for copyrighted things in the future, certain things, you'll start seeing that they may be like transparent up against the background. I've started doing it before, but sometimes they'll detect it, sometimes they don't. It's not a foolproof strategy, you know. But just want to let y'all know, because sometimes I have like screen caps and it'll just be a static image or whatever. But if I can get this to work a little bit more often, then it'll basically be like they're sitting in my studio transparently. Okay, just giving y'all an idea of what to expect on the channel, because it may be off-putting to some but perfect for others. You know, everybody's got an opinion.
Okay, what's my biggest dating red flag?
Is it being on the DL?
You're on the right track. I have my answer.
Is it close enough?
You want to guess one more time what would be a red flag for me?
Bad music taste?
Oh, that is a good one.
Because that's one for me.
That is a good one.
Like,
But that's
what
not
do you
what
mean
I put.
you don't listen to Michael Jackson? But okay.
Okay, this is a huge red flag for me.
All right. You know what's so crazy? I was going to say men. I was going to say men.
No, like, I mean, strike one. You're a man.
Yeah.
And you're heterosexual.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So technically, because my mind was already there, I don't think I deserve to eat a wing.
I think you do, friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, always go with your gut instinct.
I think you need more sauce.
So that's the clip that's got people, you know, doing gymnastics, jumping out the gym. Okay. Now, for me, as a straight man, I didn't take offense to this at all. It's well known, if you've watched Doechii in any of her interviews, that she enjoys women and men. Currently, she's in a relationship with a woman. She doesn't hide that. She rapped about how she was in a relationship with a man that she thought was straight. Turns out that he was into men on the DL. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta also take into account the person's experience based on why they say things. Because sometimes if you just isolate things and put it in headline format, it's gonna sound crazy. And to some people, it still sounds crazy because you haven't either lived through it or you feel like there's no excuse for it. That's on you. But for me, I'm not offended. I feel like she's entitled to that opinion. She didn't like go off on a tangent and rip men apart and just start calling them ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't do that. It was very quick. It was a quip. It was a joke. And they moved on, right? But for the people out there that are saying that Doechii is out here being the latest mouthpiece for the gay agenda to tear down heterosexual black men, because you know they're going to insert that black part. You're free to feel how you feel. I'm not here to convince you to think or feel otherwise. However, I don't think that's what this is. She signed to a label filled with black men. Her manager is a black man. The executive that signed her is a black man who's currently under investigation for some questionable acts. We can't verify that he's guilty or innocent, but nonetheless, she hasn't come out and thrown him under the bus. She hasn't distanced herself from him. She hasn't disowned him. You know what I'm saying? And it was known within the TDE camp that this was going to come out back in December. The paperwork was filed, and she's still been with Musa. You know what I'm saying? So let's not make it seem like she hates black men or that that's what's going on here. But as it pertains to dating and being intimate and choosing your partner, I think that, I told you, I don't give guys a lot of rope. I think it's healthy for women to have a certain level of skepticism about guys. Niggas be on some crazy shit. If you look around and you check the statistics and you check like the stories, if you really check in with these women beyond surface level, have real life conversations with them, befriend them and really talk to them as human beings. I don't know about y'all, but the majority of women that I've befriended in my life have eventually told me that they were violated or harmed in some way by men, whether it be family member or love interest, right? And when that is like the majority story, whether it gets told all the time or not, that breeds skepticism. So I don't think she's wrong for saying that's a red flag. A red flag doesn't mean, and let's be clear here, red flags don't mean that you necessarily ain't gonna give that person a chance. Most people that spot red flags in the dating experience, you'll see the red flag and you're still gonna proceed through that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Let's not act like motherfuckers are just like, oh, red flag, whoop, I'm out of here. Some people, you know, and maybe the tolerance gets lower as people get older in age and have more experience. But to her, that's just a red flag off top, and you're going to have to prove to her otherwise that you ain't like these other niggas out here before she gives you a chance. And just like, you know, of course, if a man came out and said, oh, black women are, and she didn't say black, by the way, are a red flag, yeah, they're going to get their ass torn apart. But also, you have to look at the different lived experiences between black women and black men in relation to each other. That's not to say that men also don't get violated, because it does happen more than we probably even know. But what we do know is every day we wake up and look around, the stories just produce themselves. We can't even ask for it to stop, because while we're in the middle of asking for it, it's happening in another household. It's that common. So I'm not offended. And I'm married. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about what Doechii thinks. And for some of y'all people that are up in arms about what she said, y'all are living your lives. So you don't, what she invites into her situation ain't got shit to do with you. If you're not her preference, why does it matter? Because you're going to find yours. It is what it is. She's with the person she wants to be with. Hopefully they continue to last. But let's get to the Lauryn Hill co-sign at the performance and everything. I think they were at Jazz in the Garden out in Miami. Lauryn Hill was out there doing her thing. And I think this is actually a really good look for Lauryn Hill, because a lot of times when we talk about her in the news cycle, it's typically something negative. Typically it's some weird shit about her, like talking crazy to people, going off on somebody for not calling her Miss Hill, you know, her not showing up to her concerts or not showing up on time, her saying, you know, it's a you know, it's a blessing that I even showed up to this motherfucker for you niggas type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of negative press that's been produced about Miss Lauryn Hill. So I think this is a good opportunity for her to at least show some love to a new artist that's coming in, share the stage, show her being respectful, show her, you know, ushering in someone from the new generation. I think this is a good look for her. And it's also an amazing look for Doechii, again, because this is somebody that she looked up to, and that's always endearing, because sometimes the people that you look up to are the first ones to let you down. So let's go ahead and see this clip of her performing doo-wop.
I want to introduce y'all to another sister, another beautiful sister. Miami, make some noise for Doechii! Yeah! Y'all gotta come on! Come on, Doechii! Come on, y'all, make some noise! What?
The second verse is dedicated to the men. Turned by his rims and his Timbs and his women. Women is men, come in the club like hooligans. Don't care who they offend, popping, yeah. Let's not pretend that they pack pistols by the way, per crystals by the case, this is their mother's basement. Did it, claiming that they didn't pin. Need to take care of their 3 or 4 kids. Then they face the court case with the child support
All right, so that's Doechii and Miss Lauryn Hill on the stage rocking out together at the Jazz in the Gardens in Miami, which also, right, Doechii's from Florida. So that's also a good look to have her, come out in front of home state people, you know what I mean? And salute to Doechii, you know what I'm saying, for being able to perform that verse to a different time signature than what's original to the song. Because, one thing about, and this has been a complaint for some people, is that Lauryn Hill goes out and she'll perform her classics, but she'll do them in a different tempo. A lot of times it'll be like heavily sped up. This time it was more in like a halftime vibe rather than sped up. So for Doechii to come out there and like do it perfectly, even though that wasn't the original tempo and everything, she killed that. She bodied that. I would love to see like a better camera of that performance. But nonetheless, I think it was dope. I think it's a great look for both of them. And it'll be kind of crazy if on the debut album, Doechii actually gets an appearance from Lauryn Hill on that motherfucker, whether that be rapping, singing, or anything. Even an interlude of her talking would be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Just as a cosign. Again, Lauryn, she's typically got a lot of controversy around her, a lot of negative press. So them continuing to work together and having a relationship would definitely, kind of help foster a little bit more leeway on her for the future. So that would be nice. All right. Last thing I'm going to touch on about Doechii in this video is her producer, Ian James, the one that actually produced "The Now Is a River," which, is turning out to be a hit record off of Alligator Bites Never Heal. He came out and spoke to my guy. Shout out to Z. They had a conversation talking about how that record came about, how that basically was sprung off of a DM. He's a YouTube producer, and now things have changed tremendously for him. He's still dropping beats on YouTube, right? There's a couple other YouTube producers who are on Alligator Bites Never Heal as well. And I like stuff like this, man, because sometimes the YouTube producer community tends to be overlooked, tend to be, kind of underdogs. But a lot of these guys have way better tracks than these so-called producers in the industry. Or even some of these fucking legends who you find out never even made the beats that they've been claiming. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool whenever people get opportunities like this. Mick Jenkins just put out his type shit project where he rapped over nothing but Mick Jenkins type beats. I remember A$AP Rocky rapped over one of his A$AP Rocky type beats. J. Cole went viral about a year or two ago for jumping on a J. Cole type beat from Batman. Shout out to Batman, the producer. So I like when stuff like this happens, man, because it just gives people that typically would be like overlooked and not get the big shot, even though they're making money and, monetizing off of their work. Sometimes industry artists overlook them for exactly that reason. Like, oh, I don't want that beat because however many thousand people already heard it. So let's get to that little story. So here it says, one DM changed everything. I almost ignored it because I thought it was a scam. Ian James was just another producer uploading beats to YouTube until Doechii stumbled upon one and turned it into "The Now Is a River." Okay? So here they say music was always a part of Ian's life growing up in Beaufort, Georgia. I did not know you were from Beaufort, sir. Okay, no doubt, Georgia. Stand the fuck up. Initially a rapper, he shifted to production at 28 and started uploading beats online, hoping someone would find them. He had no idea that one beat would eventually earn him a Grammy. It's also nice to hear somebody shifting to production at the age of 28, meaning that he ain't necessarily the youngest person in the music industry, but he got his big break, near 30. For the past 3 years, Ian has made a living selling beats on YouTube and BeatStars. In a good month, he'll bring in around $3,000, just enough to cover rent and bills. He and his brother, also a producer, lived together, grinding full time. Then came the DM. So that's a screenshot of his BeatStars store. He says he ignored the message for a week, assuming it was fake. He finally responded, like, let's see what this is about. It turns out that Doechii, whom Ian has never met, had already recorded to the beat after ripping it from YouTube. So this is a DM. It says, yo, what's good, bro? My name is Devin. So this is one of the people that accepts beats or finds beats on Doechii's behalf. I think this Devin Malik. He's also a producer. Yo, what's good, bro? My name is Devin. I work at TDE. Wondering if you can shoot me a text or a call when you have the chance. Okay. The beat, it was originally titled MF Doom Type Beat and uploaded in 2022. Ian isn't a huge Doom fan. He just picked the name at random. But Doechii is a huge Doom fan. That's what led her to it. So the beat itself has blown up ever since as well. Ian almost sold the beat before Doechii found it on his YouTube. Some random artist offered him $900, he said. Something told me not to sell it. He said, you're going to regret this. I don't regret it whatsoever. So he almost sold this beat for $900, but now it has a Grammy. Okay. It took a month to finalize the contract and another 2 months until the money hit his bank account. Ian earned $2,000 up front, so he got double plus more, plus publishing and 3% of the master, which, shit, 3% of the master, as this has become a hit record for Doechii, that's actually great. He's going to continue to eat off this Denial is a River. I mean, she just added it when she put the anxiety cover out. Denial is a River was also attached to that single as well. So people are still discovering it. It's still rising. It's still getting more streams. And it's still, she's still having some of her biggest streaming days off of Denial is a River in 2025 when the project was released last year. So they say for a producer with 0 placements, he did well. Even after the deal, Ian had no idea Denial is a River would be the single. He says, I thought my beat was one of the worst on the project. I figured they'd pick Boiled Peanuts or Catfish. Then came the music video, the live performances, and the Grammy nom. Today, Denial is a River has 172 million streams, 172 million streams on Spotify, and as of February, is eligible for RIAA Gold certification. Not bad for a tight beat he originally uploaded 2 years ago. The Grammy win brought new opportunities. More artists started reaching out. Even Nike hit him up for a commercial. Most importantly, Ian's family is finally taking his career seriously, which is a very important piece of the puzzle, because a lot of times when you decide to become an artist, rapper, singer, musician, your family may not always support you because, you know, it's a very tough industry to break through in, and a lot of people never make it. Most importantly, they always told me to get a part-time job. Now they like, oh, damn. Today, Ian is still grinding daily, making beats. His advice to producers, stay patient, keep uploading. You never know who's listening. One DM can change everything. In fact, Ian has his sights on a dream collab, Russ. He's already sent him a cold DM. So shout out to Z, aka Brian Zizek, the homie, for this nice coverage of the story that put Ian James on the map and gave Doechii her biggest record. Crazy how that works out. Shout out to the YouTube producer community. Now, some people out there are going to say, damn, I wish it was a black guy that got the opportunity. But remember, she didn't know who the fuck he was. She was searching MF Doom type beats. She found the beat. She liked it. Had her people reach out to him. He just happened to be who he was. And the rest is history. So please, don't approach it from that limited viewpoint. You know, it just was his moment. And sometimes that's just how it works, man. When it's somebody's moment, it's their fucking moment, man. Congratulations to him. And hopefully there's more placements on the way for him, you know, to continue to make a living off of what he loves to do. So that's my Doechii video. That's my opinion on the heterosexual red flag. That's my take on Lauryn Hill bringing her out at the festival and this whole thing. Salute to Doechii. She's one of my favorite artists that's out right now. She's bringing the energy. The industry is definitely taking hold and picking up what she's putting down. You can't make it without a good amount of controversy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that perfect storm. So it is what it is. But I know some people ain't gonna like what she said. It's all right. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.